Hi guys, Swansea here, back again for another video on the channel. I'm back again for another match preview. Another Sky Bet Championship game is just around the corner for Swansea City. And Swansea City then, I got another home game, and this time it is against Watford in the Sky Bet Championship. Now this game then, early kick-off tomorrow, 12:30, one of 3 early kick-offs in the Sky Bet Championship, all to do with Sky trying to get more games on TV, which, you know, kind of helps me really, as I won't be able to do a watch long for the game as I'm currently working tomorrow, but I will be able to watch the game on my way to work. In terms of the league table then, very early days, but Swansea City 15th on 3 points, Watford 14th on 3 points, so both teams have a win and a loss on their records. In terms of both teams' last games, both teams did pick up a win in the last game week of the Championship. Swansea City picking up a valuable 1-0 win against playoff finalists Sheffield United from last season, and then Watford, they won 2-1 at home against QPR, who a lot of people have picked up to have a good season. But for me, I think QPR are going to struggle big time. I know they've made some good signings, but yeah, I'm still not very keen on QPR. Now, Swansea City have a very, very good record against Watford in the second tier. Out of the 9 games in, we have played Watford in the Championship, or, you know, the second tier, whatever you want to call it. We've only lost 1 out of 9 games at home against Watford in the lower tier. So, yeah, very, very good record against Watford. Obviously, last season we played them in and around November time, beat them 1-0. Wasn't a great game. Don't think they had a shot on target, but Miles Pietaris with a goal in that one. Now, Swansea City then have won 6 out of the last 8 league matches at home, so we've got a really, really good record at the moment, running in from last season. And since Sheehan's first home game in the 22nd of February, where he took charge of his first Swansea City match at home, there's been no current championship team at the moment, so no teams who've gone up. The current championship right now, there's no team since the 22nd of February who have picked up more points at home than Swansea City. So, as much as I have given Alan Sheehan some criticism about how I don't really think he's the right man to lead Swansea City forward, at the moment, you know, he has proved me wrong, and you can't deny, you know, his record return involving points has been really, really good. So, yeah, it's brilliant for him. Now, Watford are on a really bad run of away game losses. They've had a really bad run at the moment. So, obviously, they've only played 1 away game this season so far in the league. But going on back from last season, obviously, they lost their first game of the season, 1-0 to Charlton, away from home, last-minute winner from Harvey Nibbs. But yeah, Watford have lost their last 6 league away matches, and they haven't lost 7 away league matches in a row outside the top division since 1993. So, obviously, not including the Premier League. So, since... basically, what I'm trying to say is, from the second tier below, Watford haven't lost 7 league games away from home in a row since 1993. So, yeah, that is 9 years before I was born. So, yeah, Watford don't tend to lose 7 in a row, but we could create history for the Hornets. But in terms of Watford's 3 key players so far this season, it's still very early days, so some of these players may not be here next time I do a match preview for Watford later on in the season. So third best player so far is Kevin Keeban with a 7.14. Don't know too much about him, I'm not going to lie to you. Second best player so far this season then, Luka Krmichgard, 7.19, their big summer signing striker. We'll talk about him in a moment. And their best player so far this season has been Jeremy Ngakia, 7.2. And I remember when Ngakia was a really young player coming through at West Ham. Didn't really work out for him at West Ham, but yeah, he's been at Watford for quite a while now. So yeah, good news for Swansea City fans then. In terms of team news then, Swansea City basically have a fully fit squad. Obviously, Santos is still coming back, but he is available if needed, which he probably won't be, as we are quite filled in that department at the moment. Cameron Congreve probably won't be involved in the matchday squad. He's apparently going to be going on loan. Bit of a shame. I'd really like to see Congreve getting a chance this season, but obviously the amount of strength that we've done in that midfield, I just don't see him getting much game time, so I guess it's a sensible decision. But for Watford, they are missing their best player, the key man in midfield who, you know, strings the passes and is a great passer of the ball, Imran Louza. Now, you may be thinking, who's this guy? Don't really know him. He's got a really bad run against the Swans. A couple of years ago, he spat at Ryan Manning and got a 9-match ban. Yeah, really, really poor that. His spitting at anyone's really disgusting, especially in football terms. So yeah, he was rightfully banned for that. And then when we played them in March this year, when we lost 1-0 at Vicarage Road, he got yellow carded quite early on in the game. He should have been sent off 2 or 3 times. He made 5 fouls that night and only didn't get sent off. It was ridiculous amount of tackles he was putting. Now, I don't know whether he's got a secret Cardiff City person in his family or something, but every time he seems to play us, he just puts in like some of the worst tackles I've ever seen and just some really poor discipline. And he did get sent off last week against QPR. I thought it was quite a harsh red card, but I'm not complaining because, yeah, he's a very key player for Watford. Unfortunately for them, he'll not be available for their weekend clash against us. Now, The 3 out of the last 4 games between Swansea and Watford have either ended 1-0 to either side, and then there was a 1-1 draw in there as well. So you'll not tend to be many goals in these games recently. I was there a few years ago when Ben Gabango scored a 98th minute winner header, and there was like 18 minutes added on just due to some fourth official board problems and stuff like that. That was a crazy game, midweek game as well. Obviously, we played Watford on Bonfire Night last season. There weren't too many fireworks in that game. It was quite a poor game, really, between two poor sides. But obviously, their new manager now has come in. I have a new manager for Watford. How many times will I say that in many more previews? But look, I kind of rate Watford. I think I predicted them in my top 10. I think I put them 10th. It's just a bit of an unknown quantity with Watford, and they're seeing so many different players each season and change the manager. You don't really know what to expect, but they do have some very good young players coming through. I really like the signing of Kuprakanu as well from Peterborough United. He's a Watford fan as well. Swans were linked to him in January. I think that's a tremendous bit of business. Obviously, the new striker, Luka Kuminjgard, 2 goals already, and it braced last weekend. Big money, good return. Celtic, the goalkeeper, yes, he did make a bloody howler in that Carabao Cup against Norwich, but usually is a safe pair of hands. Defensively, they got some, decent players as well. So yeah, Watford have quite a well-run squad. But like I said, really glad that loser is out for this game. Obviously, they got the main man, Moussa Sissoko. Everyone knows about his qualities. Even at his age, he does possess some qualities and did score against us in March. So yeah, it's a game Swansea City should be looking to win, essentially. I don't think Watford will be pushing top 6. Don't think they'll be pushing relegation. So we should be the favourites for this one. But Watford will also be looking at Swansea thinking we're probably not going to be up there or down there. So it's a winnable game for both teams. So these ones are kind of hard to call. And like I said, 3 of the last 4 games through the 2 sides have ended 1-0. So again, I could see this finishing 1-0 either way. So yeah, in terms of my score prediction then, we're going to go for a 1-0 Swans win. The last 2 games have gone for draws. 1 win, 1 loss. I've predicted a win, so we're going to definitely draw this game. But yeah, I'm not expecting too many goals again. No striker in the door at the moment, so looks like we're going to have to watch Cullen. Now, I hope Cullen does well, but yeah, I think we all know what we're going to expect, really, from our attack force Saturday. Won't be very exciting, but like I said, there is an early kick-off, so make sure you don't forget that one. Safe travels to all the Watford fans coming down as well. Quite a long journey for you guys for 12:30, but for Swansea, it's one of our closest games. For you, it's probably one of your favourite games. But yeah, looking forward to it. Like I said, next week now we got Sheffield Wednesday, and after that we're going into international break already. So yeah, this season has flown by. Obviously, we will be doing a reaction to this game after the game has ended, which will be up quite shortly after the game, as I got work at 3 p.m. So yeah, I'll try and get that out for you guys as soon as possible. But yeah, apologies I can't do a watch along tomorrow. Like I said, this season's just going to be a bit of ups and downs. Some watch along, some reactions, and maybe some vlogs when I get time off work later on into the season. But yeah, wait and see. Like I said, thank you very much for all your continued support. Thank you very much for 600 subscribers as well. Let me know your score predictions down below. But yeah, Swansea City hosts Watford tomorrow in the 3rd game of the Sky Bet Championship season. It is flown by already, but at least we've seen a win so far. Let's hope we can make it 2 by beating Watford tomorrow. I